I want to see a change. I want to see that individual be a community leader. The hero is someone that makes a change. Someone that can change someone in a positive way. That's a hero.
Being part of the Uni Cup, it's great to see all the cultures coming together, new faces, meet multicultural players like Bachar Houli, Magic Dor, Lin Jong, even David Roden. Love playing footy, so yeah, it's great to see everyone here around here enjoying footy.
I think for me, leadership isn't necessarily about always being out the front and being the loudest and the strongest. It's about supporting the people around you. If everyone's able to do that, then we've got a really good chance at a much better community.
I tend to admire people who just go for it in an area that they're not expected to. When you see police officers wearing headscarves, that sort of thing, it's quite, it's refreshing. It's a breath of fresh air.
I feel my parents are my heroes because they've sort of brought me up to be so passionate about what I do, be it community work and charity events, things like that, and how they've been able to accomplish what they have, and it sort of inspired me to get involved myself.
Makes a person a hero is showing love and care, always being nice, even if they're not nice to you, try and be nice to them, always being honest, no lying, trying to set a standard for others to follow on, being a leader, working as a team, setting some standards, so yeah.
Being a leader is all about doing the right thing, and sometimes you have to make decisions that might be unpopular, but they might be the right decisions.
There's that concept of paying things forward, where if you've succeeded in a particular field, I think you've got an obligation to sort of help others and to inspire them. That's something that I think Bachar does quite well.
Terrific tackle coming in from that man Lucas. Long way from goal. Good mark. Could he do it? Houli. I've just got to say it, Dennis.
Go on.
Hooli-dooly.
Well, you won't forget that. His first goal in football. Just came in, took off, and he had players everywhere. Great play.
My name is Bachar Houli. I'm 25 years old. I'm born in Australia. My parents migrated to this country from Lebanon in the 1970s to seek some work, to make some money, and then head off shortly after, but that wasn't the case. They found that Australia was the place to call home. You know, they came to this country to seek the best education. We were all smart at school, but at the same time we loved playing sport, and my parents thought sport would be, I guess, the vehicle that was going to drive us away from education. For me, it was my story is quite unique. The way I got involved in playing football. I played without their permission, and it was a really, really tough decision to make, but I had my older brothers' support. They used to take me to and from training and to and from games, which helped a lot. Went through it the whole year without them knowing at all. So I won a few trophies, and I came home with a few trophies, and they caught me from the back door. And they were basically underneath my top. I thought I'd get away with it, but that wasn't the case. You know, it took a couple of years for my father to jump on board to be, you know, I guess my number one fan, and he was my hero. When I was 16 years old, I was, you know, you travel playing state football, and it was really tough because you're rooming with guys that obviously haven't got the same background as I do. I couldn't, you know, pray in front of them. I couldn't. Well, the only main thing concern was praying, and I guess the other thing was eating halal food. That was two things that I need to address, and it was really tough. But I guess there was an opportunity to open up the subject, and I guess use that as a turning point. And I did. I felt really comfortable after mentioning it to my teammates, my roommates initially, who gave me the confidence to stand up in front of the group and present it. Which, you know, to my amazement, I received a lot of respect. I was the captain at the time, so automatically had that respect. But to humble myself and to stand up in front of the group and explain to my teammates and the staff about what I believe in. You know, at the end of the day, I'm an Aussie. I'm born in Australia. You know, there's no difference between me and you, bar a few things that we believe in, which shouldn't change much. So I explained to my teammates, and I guess that was a turning point in my life. And when I got drafted to Essendon, it was all uphill from there. So I had the confidence to answer all questions, and I felt comfortable and I felt proud when my teammates would ask me questions. It just showed that the interest and I guess their acceptance.
Bachar Houli, what a night for him. He's 19 tomorrow.
Houli has been very good, goes from 50 and kicks a long goal.
I don't call myself a hero. I think the heroes are those who save people's life. Like my older brother who's a surgeon, I think he's a hero. For me, I'm just a role model. It's an opportunity for me to present myself in the best possible manner, to get kids to look up to me, so hopefully I can make a change. And it's funny to say, football is another religion, and kids love it. Everyone loves football. So I guess I use that as a vehicle to drive kids to the right path and I guess be that correct role model.
Good kick, top kick. Yeah, oh, I'll pay that one.
You know, you're not going to influence everyone, but you know, if you can change one person's life, I think you've made a difference. And you know, through my work at the AFL, I've got the opportunity to give back to I guess kids from my community. You know, being the only Muslim player in the AFL is definitely an underrepresentation. I feel like I'm lucky. I've got a gift from God, and then I've got to use this gift to hopefully make a change. Yes, it's a role and responsibility, but I love it and I take it on board. And ever since I walked in the AFL system, it's been I guess a challenge, but a challenge that I've loved. Sometimes the best way to influence someone is through your actions, through your character. You don't have to be the loudest mouth. You don't have to be gifted with the best mouth. I think your actions say a lot. They speak a lot. So that's the one way I guess I approach particularly young kids, Muslims and non-Muslims. Just the way I go about things in terms of being disciplined, awareness, respectful. Respectful is huge. You know, that's something I've been taught ever since I was a kid, whether they're old, young, rich or poor. And I guess that's the attitude I try to present or to explain to the kids. You know, if you've got respect, if you've got respect for others, you're going to get that respect back in return. But if you haven't got respect, don't expect that return.
Gets through. Little short pass across half back. Opportunity for post. Bit of a fumble again. He's just got to work on that. He's looking up before he controlled the footy. Now Houli, he's been wonderful. It's a vacant goal square. Just go for home. Bachar Houli puts it through. Oh, I should give more advice.
It is tough being a Muslim in this country, purely because the way media comes out, all the negativity. And there's good and bad in all cultures, good and bad in all religions. Okay, but for some reason, there's always the negativity of Islam that comes up. And unfortunately, it does have a huge influence on us, particularly myself, where I'm in a role where I'm trying to make a difference. So it's kind of put in a way that I'm trying to move one step forward, and every time something negative comes out, it puts us 2 steps back, which is quite frustrating. But we're taught to be extremely patient and never stop what you're trying to achieve, and that could mean a lifetime. But it shouldn't stop. The mission shouldn't stop. And through my role as a footballer, I will never stop trying to educate people about the true Islam, about the peaceful religion. That's what I'm after. The religion of Islam, there's people that kill, there's people that harass, there's people, I'm talking about Muslims. They do it, they steal, they lie, they cheat. Muslims do this, but the religion of Islam doesn't teach this. So that's what I've come back to. There's individuals that give a certain sect a bad name, but people need to know that these are individuals that are, providing the negativity of this religion. People need to understand that the religion of Islam does not teach this. There's a verse in the Quran that mentions, if an individual saves one person's life, it is as if he has saved the whole of humanity. If there's an individual that kills one person, it is as if he's killed the whole of humanity. That one verse sums up everything. Sums up terrorism. It sums up everything. So those people aren't heroes. The hero, the individual that is called a hero is someone that saves someone's life, that makes a change. Someone that can change someone in a positive way. That's a hero.